Bottle pop, truth drop, welcome to the show. Champagne secrets, let your power grow. Every video, spark, ignite your inner light. Raise a glass to the future, shining bright. Empowerment is the code, we decode. Unravel mysteries, life's own secret load. Step by step, tap in, find your flow. With champagne secrets, you gonna glow.
Unlock the strength within you, watch it bloom. Life's a canvas, painted every room. Through ups and downs, cheers to what's next. Champagne secrets, life's complex. Champagne secrets, let your power grow. Every video, spark, ignite your inner light. Raise a glass to the future, shining bright. Empowerment is the code, we decode. Unravel mysteries, life's own secret load. Step by step, tap in, find your flow. With champagne secrets, you're gonna glow. Unlock the strength within you, watch it bloom. Life's a canvas, painted every room. Through ups and downs, cheers to what's next. Champagne secrets, life's complex.
2nd and let's talk. Yo, DJ, roll that beautiful champagne footage.
Confidants, what is your profession? See my friend, nothing but soldiers and empowerment over here.
Pop that cork, let it rain, living lavish, no restraint.
Can I be yelling out gang gang? Do you gang bang? I be outside with my gang gang. Chunk your gang signs if you gang bang. I be outside with my gang. Can I be yelling out gang gang? Do you gang bang? I be outside with my gang gang. Chunk your gang signs if you gang bang. I be outside with my gang. Can I be yelling out gang gang? Do you gang bang? I be outside with my gang gang. Chunk your gang signs if you gang bang. I be outside with my gang.
Champagne Gang and visitors to the Champagne City, welcome to Champagne Studios. Now, before you get too comfy, let's set the tone because we have some house rules, aka the Champagne Code, because in this lounge, we have standards, baby. Rule number 1, sip before you spill, think before you comment. We love a little razzle dazzle, but reckless mouths don't get refills. Rule number 2, don't come for nobody unless you got receipts and a clean record. Tea is fine. Hypocrisy? Nah. If your own glass is dirty, don't try to toast over here. Rule number 3, say it with your chest, then back it up with a fact. We love opinions, but we love well-seasoned commentary even more. Don't bring unsalted tea to a gourmet table. Rule number 4, this ain't no back alley gossip lounge. We serve truth on platinum trays. If you're here for fluff, go find a pillow. We get into it deep, grown, and glam. Rule number 5. This is a judgment-free zone, but ignorance will get clocked. Come as you are, but don't come uninformed. We grow, we glow, and we check each other with love. Clock that. And last but certainly not least, no crusty vibes in this crystal lounge. If your energy's expired, your pass is revoked. We keep it cute, crisp, and champagne fresh around here. And remember, my loves, the rules aren't just for play. They're the velvet ropes that keep the vibes exclusive and the energy divine. So keep it cute, keep it classy, and never forget, you are it. And demure has never meant dull. Now let's enjoy the show.
They say she got that secret.
What is going on, Champagne Gang? Welcome to the Champagne City for another sip, savor, and spill champagne conversation. Just a gathering of my people coming together to have a conversation. If this is your first time here, welcome. And hi, I'm the Empress. You are joining me for grown discussions and bubbly banter. Over here, we give classy with a twist, huh? A little clink with see, I can't even talk tonight. A little clink with chaos with a side of charm. So if you're ready to sip, savor, and spill, baby, grab your favorite glass of bubbly, kick your feet up on one of those chase lounges, say hi to a few people in the chat, and let's get ready to get into it. Now, y'all, let me tell you something. We are not in stream, y'all, on today. We are in restream. And I forgot to change the latency on the video. So you guys will have a slight delay between me speaking and the time you hear what I'm saying, because I forgot to make it, low latency so you guys could hear me, and we could have real conversations. But it's all right. We still gonna get into it. So if y'all remember, on yesterday we did our Gram Slam and we ended right before getting to this story with Tamar. Now, here's the problem, y'all. If y'all are anything like me, when you heard about this story, you had questions. Matter of fact, your questions had questions. You had questions about the post she made. You had questions about what happened. You had questions about Funky Dineva's response. And let me tell y'all something. I have heard of who Funky Dineva is. I have seen random clips with Funky Dineva. I saw the whole thing that went down with his Fox Soul show. But outside of that, I wasn't really a Funky Dineva watcher, because I just wasn't into podcasts and stuff like that. So I really didn't know who he was. However, I have heard some comments he have made towards women. And also the response to this situation kind of threw me for a loop. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. I got a cough that just won't seem to go nowhere. But when I heard the whole response that Funky Dineva gave, it kind of threw me for a loop. So I said, we're going to have to jump into the Champagne City and have a conversation about this one, because I got some questions, 4 questions, and y'all probably got questions for my questions. And I don't think none of our questions have been answered yet. So we're going to get into this story with, I almost said Toni Braxton, Lord, with Tamar Braxton, who is the sister of Toni Braxton, who made a post stating that she woke up basically in a pool of blood found by her friend. We're going to get into it because I got some questions for the post as well. So drop in the comments as we're discussing this and let me know what you guys think. And remember, you guys are going to have a little delay between what you hear from me and actually where I am in the show. But I will be dropping the link because I do want y'all to come up and let me know what y'all think about this situation, all right? Before we get into it, I need y'all to do me a favor. Rude. I need y'all to make sure you are subscribed to our other channels. We have Champagne Secrets Reacts. And if you go, it's growing nicely. We're at 141 subscribers, but we do our X-Files Exposed over here. So these are TikTok story times, and we're up to episode 20, as you see right here. So, and that's a story about a lady who was married to a serial killer. And the other videos that premiere, y'all, I did some videos on I dated a serial killer, or I think I was dating a serial killer. So they good. Make sure if you want to get into some drama in storytime form, that you go right on over here to Champagne Secrets Reacts to make sure you're catching up with it. And we do have another video that's premiering tomorrow, baby. We doing the men in labor. Ladies, it's time for us to grab our champagne and watch them, because these men are putting on the labor simulator machine. And when I say hilarious, baby, hilarious. And I think any man who's thinking about getting a woman pregnant, has gotten a woman pregnant. Matter of fact, I think it should be a part of sex education during school. I think they should have a section, because, you know, I think did they cut that out of the new curriculum along with cursive writing and logical mathematics? Did they cut that out? Do they still do sex education in school? Drop in the comments to let me know. But I think it should be a part of sex education class during high school, where these kids, male and female, have to put on one of these labor simulators so they can get an inkling, because it's only an inkling. They can get an inkling of what we go through when we're in labor, and some for hours and hours. Hell, I went 8 hours straight with my contractions back to back. I mean, as soon as one dropped, another one was coming up. They gave me medicine to help me relax in between my contractions, but they was coming so close together, the medicine didn't even have time to kick in. Child, please. So that's going to be premiering tomorrow at 7 a.m. if you guys are up, and that's 7 a.m. Central. Check it out. Get some chuckles, get some laughs, because I know I did. I also want to make sure that you guys... Hold on, let me go back. Make sure that if you're into all things mystical and mystique and mysterious, potentially paranormal, all those kind of things, make sure you subscribe over here to Champagne Mystique. I was on kind of layoff over here on last week because I was dropping all of these videos over there. And if y'all know, I am a one-woman show, so I did all this myself, and all of my videos are always production value. So we did a video on the Enfield poltergeist, which is the story that The Conjuring 2 was based off of. We did a story on the Doomsday Fish, which is an oar fish that they claim that whenever it comes to the surface, because it only survives in the deep areas of the ocean, that some doom is coming, and they're talking about they're spotting these fish coming to the surface and washing up on the shore. So check that out. We did the Brown Lady of Raynham Hall, which is the only that they call verified photo of a ghost that's ever been taken. So we did that. We did the Voynich manuscript, which is a manuscript they can't figure out where it came from. They don't know what the symbols in it means. They don't know what the illustrations mean. They don't know what the language is. They don't know what the alphabet is. They know nothing about this book. So this book is either a perfect mystery or a perfect trick. Like, it's one or the other, because they cannot figure this thing out. And then we did a video on magic mirrors, or mirror magic, should I say, catoptromancy, which is people who really believe in channeling things through mirrors. So if you're into all things like spooky and mysterious, make sure you hop on over there. All right? Wanted to make sure y'all check that out. Now, before we get into Tamar again, we got another story today, and I'm trying to understand, y'all, what is going on with these celebrities? Somebody please let me know. What's going on with the celebrities? We have the situation going on with Tamar Braxton, right? That came out with her saying what happened to her. Then after that, we have Lil Nas X running down the street butt naked in cowboy boots with cones on his head, speaking gibberish. They're saying he OD'd, had to be rushed to the hospital. And then we just got word that Tyler passes out. What is going on? Y'all, at this point, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be near famous. I don't want to be related to anybody famous. I don't want to be associated with it, because it seems like a deck of cards that is coming crashing down. This seems like the Three Little Pigs story or something, and the big bad wolf is coming to huff and puff, and ain't nobody got a house made of stone, brick, or nothing. Like, everybody house made out of sand, because every celebrity is like, what is going on? So y'all check out this video of Tyler being rushed out of an event that she was in. I think she was just out partying. Check this out.
Thank you, guys.
So she had to be rushed to the hospital. Another celebrity. But I really want to get into the situation with Tamar Braxton. And the reason I entitled this "Everybody Ain't Your Friend" is because I don't know how y'all determine who y'all let become a friend and who y'all let have access. Let's say we, because I done fucked up a time or two as well. So we gonna say we gonna put us all in this jam. How do we get to the point where we are not careful with who we put our lives in the hands of? We claim everybody is a friend, everybody is a sis, everybody is a boo, everybody is family. Baby, half of your family ain't even your family. We gonna talk about it. Let's talk. Scoot up. At what point do we start laying parameters where we understand you can't get comfortable around everybody? Everybody don't have your best interest at heart, because everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't a real nigga. But if I say I got you, baby, I got you. I got you. Can y'all say that about y'all circle? Because some of y'all need to reduce y'all circle to a line. You really do. You need to reduce it. And I think it's got to be like 100 times harder for celebrities. Sometimes I think celebrities, in order to not go insane, have to live almost the most isolated life possible. Because you don't know who to trust. You don't know who to let in. So we're going to get into it and check it out. And I want y'all to drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this whole story. And please remember, like I said, y'all, there's going to be a slight delay between what I say and what y'all hear, because I forgot to adjust the setting. But that's okay. Drop some champagne glasses and bottles in the chat to let me know you hear. And let's get into it. So, hold on, let me move me out the way really quick, y'all. No, didn't want to do that. Oh, that's how I do it. Okay, hold on, y'all. I gotta edit this real quick. There we go. Now I'm out the way. Okay. So she came online and she made this post, right? The post said, I struggled to write this, but everyone keeps calling me. And honestly, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak. Now, that's problem number one. That should be question number one because you're weak. Okay. Normally, if you just go out for drinks, even if you go out and get high, listen, my trips to Vegas be so epic. I be high and drunk at the same time. I really do. Just out of there. And it's so many lights and so much stuff to do that you don't even care. That your body and brain is trying to figure out how to get on one accord. And it ain't quite working, but it's working at the same time. You feel me? But the fact that she was so weak after a night out. She says, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak. I almost died Sunday. I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a face injury. Now press pause, because either she didn't know how to properly use a comma, or is she saying that her friend has a face injury too? See, I got questions. I'm a little concerned. Because, my Virgos start Virgoing. And y'all listen, a girl birthday is next month. So if y'all want to bless a girl, you can. You can. We can drop the Cash App in the chat. But how's never? Is she saying that her friend found her and she's talking about her own face injury? Or is she saying that her friend had a face injury as well? And Tamar, who's the friend that found you? How did the friend find you? Was the friend in the house with you? Were they in another room sleep and they came in the room and found you? Did they have a key to your apartment and they came in the next day to check on you and found you? Was this a friend that you were with the night before? Was this one of the crew that was kicking it with you? I have questions. My questions have questions. Because if in fact your friend also has a face injury, how did your friend get a face injury? But we're going to say, for the sake of argument, that she's talking about herself. Her friend found her in a pool of blood with a face injury. How did you end up in a pool of blood, sis? Did you do you have stairs in your apartment? Were you on top of a counter dancing in heels? Were you potentially trying to do the Nicki Minaj challenge? Because I'm trying to understand how you can be found in a pool of blood from a fall. Even if, as some people say, she had a seizure. Let's say that happened and she fell. How do you explain falling so hard from simply standing up that you hit your face so hard you lose 4 teeth, have a fractured nose, and you're in a pool of blood? That don't even make sense. And I'm not even a forensic pathologist. Somebody make it make sense to me how you can go from standing normally to just you fell and lost 4 teeth and you're in a pool of blood with a nose fracture by your friend, who I still need to know. Was she in the house with you? Did she have a key? Did she come to check on you? Was she out with you the night before? Because generally, now y'all listen, let's turn on our investigation discovery hats, right? Now, if any of my champagne gang are like me, then you are obsessed with crime drama. Anything criminal, you're obsessed with watching it, which means you watch a lot of cop cams. What is the first thing they do when a person is unalived and someone finds the body? The individual that finds the person injured first is generally the prime suspect until they are ruled out. So, friend, how was friend able to find you in a pool of blood? That's my question. So, she says, as the days go, the worse it is. That sounds like some weird kind of attack. Because, again, unless you're telling me that she was on top of her counter or potentially she had got so drunk and potentially allegedly took something when she was out the night before, that maybe she went home, and if she had a banister, had her heels on and she got on the banister and attempted to do the Nicki Minaj challenge and failed. That's the only thing I can come up with. Because how does it get worse as it goes on if the only thing that happened is you just fell, you fainted? How do you suffer these kind of injuries? Let's continue. She fractured her nose, lost some teeth and mobility. How did you lose your mobility, sis? This story go from bad to worse to hell in just this minute little paragraph. Because where the hell was your friends? Where was your friends? This is why I keep telling y'all got to check y'all frenometer gauges. This is why. Because where was your friends? Let's just say she was toe down, toe up, threw up, everything in between. Let's just say that's factual, right? If that was factual and you knew your friend was that messed up, where was the friends to check on her to make sure before you left that girl was good? Where? Because generally, at this stage, don't we usually see on TV that the close friend usually has a key to the friend's house? So they're able to get in and check on them and make sure they're okay? Or they have some kind of access? You mean to tell me you was out with your friend and you didn't make sure your friend was good? But we gonna continue. The way I look at life now is totally different. As my health is on the mend, your health is messed up from a simple fall. Y'all make it make sense. Make it make damn sense. Over a fall? Well, let's continue. Progressive said, hold on. Or maybe she had some MD, Bones Farm, and Incredible Hulk, Hennessy, and Alizé. So many possibilities. Had to be. She mixed Capriccio in there. Clearly, she mixed some Capriccio with Cutwater. No, you got to go even further back. It had to be some Hypnotic in there as well. Had to be some Hypnotic, some Cutwater, and some Capriccio. Because, baby, if you've never had Capriccio, sweetie, listen. It is not for the faint of heart. Baby, that's a grown folk drink there. Matter of fact, you gotta be past a certain age to be able to handle. You would have had to have gone through the Mad Dog 2020 era and survived Mad Dog 2020, Boone's Farm, Old E. I'm missing one. Oh, and I see it's on the tip of my tongue, baby, but you would have had to be back there and survive that to understand. Because no. How do you get these kind of injuries from a simple fall? Ain't no way. None. And she continues to say, I don't even know what happened to me. So with everything that she went through, I don't even remember what I went through. All I know is I'm missing some teeth. My nose is fractured. How does that happen from a fall? I don't. Y'all, did she fall into a table first? Was there a table anywhere near this? Now I'm gonna have to digress, because if there was a table near where she was found in a pool of blood, now there's the potentiality that she fell and hit her mouth and her nose on the table and then hit the floor. But then she would have said that she had blood on the table and chairs and she was found in a pool of blood, right? Wouldn't she have had to say that as well? Yeah, I'm trying to come up with scenarios to make this make sense, because 2 + 2 is not equaling 4 in no way, shape, form, or fashion. But we're going to continue, because as you see on the right, Tamar was out on that evening, and she had went out with Funky Dineva. I think she took him out to celebrate his birthday. Now, y'all, I got some problems with this video. I'm gonna tell you what my problems are, because he don't even look like he wants to be out. Somebody is taking you out to spend time with you, and you come out with a hoodie on. With a hoodie on. This girl in the front looking like Queen Sheba. This man on the right looking like he is the Prince of Dubai or something, just fitted, put together. And you decide to come out with a hoodie on. But I digress. Not only that, see, y'all gotta learn how to read energy. Hold on, y'all. Let me press pause. I'm finna drink some water. Of course, by the time you hear this, I'll be talking again, because y'all do have a slight delay between what you hear me say and what you receive. For one moment. And we're gonna get through this, because I'm finna drop this link so y'all can come up here. Those of you who are watching, you do not have to be a subscriber. Y'all listen, this is not one of those channels. We are a family. We are loving. We don't do toxicity. We don't do all that over here. But we do have grown discussions and bubbly banter. So when I drop the link, even if you're not a subscriber, if you want to come and put your 2 cents in about this story and tell us what you think about all these discrepancies in one simple post of a night that simply went from going out for enjoyment straight to the pits of hell, you are more than welcome to hit that link, long as you stay on topic. All right, so we're going to continue. But why does he seem like so far off and distant, like he don't even want to be a part of this night out? Hell, you would have thought it was Tamar's birthday. But hold on. Let me rewind, because I want y'all to be able, and I'm going to pause the music, because I want y'all to be able to hear what his response was to what happened with Tamar, right? Check this out. Y'all say what y'all want. I love me some Tamar. Crazy. I hope she get it together. Yeah, I gotta wait till it get back to the point.
For those of y'all that
Here we
know,
go.
I'm talking about Tamar Braxton. I don't know what happened to the lady.
The lady. See, this is problematic for me. This is problematic because I just went out with you for your birthday. So it's not like we strangers. It's not like we somebody that live in an apartment building together and just happen to meet up at the club or at the bar. So something happened when they got back to their apartment. So you saying, I don't know what happened to the lady. This is somebody you know. And you absolutely this dismissive. Plus, by the way we pause it, now this is just me. This is just me being me on me allegedly. But look at his face. His face don't look too confident to me. See, I told y'all. I watch a lot of investigation discovery. His face don't look too confident in what he's saying. But that's just me. I'm not saying he did anything. But I'm not absolutely sure he don't know what really happened. But let's continue. Let's continue letting him talk about the lady. Let's do that. Baby, if I hear one of my friends refer to me as the lady or the girl, honey, control alt delete. We ain't no longer cool. We ain't cool. This is why I say y'all gotta be careful who y'all go out with. Because as dismissive as this sound like I don't even get a damn what happened to her because I don't even know her. I ain't familiar with the lady. I don't know her like that. That's almost like a shoe fly. Get away from here. Do y'all hear how that sounds? But I went out to kick it with you. I woke up with an injury. And now that I got an injury, I'm the lady. That's like a dude smashing you. And then the next time he see you, oh, that's that girl. Half of y'all would blow y'all freaking lid. Y'all know y'all would. But let's continue.
Hey, Foggy, come here.
What you got?
Say hi to the Sugar Saints. They said they want us to be real friends.
We should be. We are. We should be. We should be. And I might be moving back to Atlanta, so we might even be BFFs. So
you like Atlanta?
He ain't even looking her in her face. See, y'all don't know how to pay attention to the signs. We are in such a day and age where people just want to enjoy each other, where people just want to have a good time and live carefree and YOLO. And I'm just doing me, turn up, turn down for what? We in such that generation now that nobody is paying attention to the signs. Nobody. There are always signs. Yeah, we should be friends, but he ain't looked her in the eyes not once. Not once. He ain't thinking about her not being no friend. We can be business associates. We can make the people think we cool. But deep down, we ain't never gonna be cool. See, y'all gotta learn how to pay attention to the signs. Again, I'm not saying he did anything. What I'm saying is, it's a little suspicious that you're now referring to her instead of even calling her Tamar. Instead of saying, my girl. Instead of referring to her with any term of endearment that would let the people know that you are at least concerned, even if you didn't know what happened to her. Your response was to call her that lady. Shoe fly. Like she was just a rat that crawled out of the sewer injured. Y'all better check y'all friends. Y'all, all of y'all who are listening to me over the airwaves right now, grab your glass of whatever bubbly you're drinking, lift it high in the air, and say to myself, I am going to figure out who are the friends in my circle and who needs to be removed. See, too often we give too many lifelines to people who should have had lifelines cut off. Some of them mother frickers you should have let drown at sea. You should have. You should have. But see, we always want to be the saving grace. We always want to see the good in everybody. I know I'm guilty. It's hard to see bad when all you want to see is good. It's hard. So you want to see the good in everybody. You want to believe good can come out of everybody. And sometimes we pay so much attention to the good that we want to see come out of people that by the time we realize that we want to come out ain't never gonna come out, it's almost too late. And for some people, it is too late. And that's how you see majority of the shows that we see on those body cams. All of these unalivings because people can't cope and because we don't pay better attention to who we allow in our circle, who we allow to get close. But yeah, we don't want to hear that because, that's not talking about drama. Let's continue with the drama.
No, but I'm always here for work now. So it's getting to the point where it's just beginning to make sense.
Yeah, you don't like the Miami no more?
I love Miami. It's just the cost of living too goddamn high.
Yeah, it's crazy. My baby father moved there.
Yeah, it's like the cost of living's too high, and and I'm actually, because he be hanging out with Trick Daddy.
Oh!
Events be hanging with Trick Daddy.
Look.
He being Pembroke Pines with.
So the first time he looked at her is when he was talking about Trick Daddy. My bad. Let's get back to the story.
Trick.
What's that? That's the area.
It's a little suburb of Miami. Little suburb of Miami. It's like perimeter.
Oh,
You're
dumb. All right, Ben.
So this to me looks like more than just a that lady situation. She wasn't that lady then. So how is it all of a sudden she's that lady now? Y'all. But
good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
the problem is he was never her friend. And one of the things that I noticed a lot about Tamar Braxton is Tamar is really impulsive. She's the fun girl. She's the fun girl, but a lot of times you got to realize when you are the fun girl, that means all of the eyes are going to be on you. If you are, okay, let's put it like this. If you are the girl or the guy who's the life of the party, if you are the individual that you are the showstopper, that anytime you step into the room, all eyes are on you. That means you got envy on you. That means you got jealousy on you. That means you got people who are happy for you on you. That means you got people who just want to party with you on you. But that means you got to keep your head on the swivel so that you know everybody that's in your vicinity, so that you know who is moving left, so you know when you need to move right. But see, too often, the party girl just want to party. The party girl can't be the drunkest in the room unless she got an ace in the hole who gonna make sure she's straight no matter what. Because you got to pay attention. All eyes are on you. You the center of attention. That girl was the center of attention when she walked in that room. But wasn't it supposed to be his birthday? And he looked like he didn't even want to be there. So if you didn't want to be there, why did you go? See, those are the kind of things that make my spidey senses tingle. You didn't dress like you wanted to be there. You didn't act like you wanted to be there. She wakes up with an injury. Your response is, that lady. What do that sound like to y'all? To y'all. But let's continue.
For those of y'all that know, I'm talking about Tamar Braxton. I don't know what happened to the lady. We went out.
You know what I should have did? I should have counted how many times he said the lady while he was speaking. Okay? So I want y'all, if any of y'all can count them, let me know. Drop in the chat how many times he says the lady. Now, we done had 2 already, but let's continue.
Now, what night that was? We went out. Saturday night. We went out Saturday night. We went to the roof, Chris. We ate. We had a good time. She was like, let's turn up for your birthday. We went down to the V12. Shouts out to Vinny and all the people at V12. That's the video y'all saw. Or whatever, with us walking in, them making a whole lot of noise. We left there. We all got in the car together. The car dropped us off at Tamar house. I didn't go upstairs. I went to my car. I went and met James Knox at BJ Rooster, and I came home. The next day when I woke up, I had a text message from Tamar at 10 in the morning that said, can you give me Dr. Heavenly phone number? I didn't think anything of it because people asked me for Dr. Heavenly phone number.
Now, this wasn't the full one, and I thought I had grabbed the full one, but on the full one, before he goes into the story of what happened to her, he starts talking about he don't know what happened to her. Then he starts talking about him and his boyfriend and his dude cooking and eating. We are talking about a lady who suffered, according to her, a life-threatening almost injury because she's lost teeth. She was found in a pool of blood. She has a fractured nose. I don't know how you can get that from a fall. Y'all, it's perplexing me. I am highly perplexed. I am befuddled and bamboozled on how you just fall down and get all these injuries and nobody knows nothing, including you. Y'all remember that? Oh, was it on Sesame Street when they used to have a song? One of these is not like the other. Can you tell me which one it is? Baby, ain't nothing in this story like the other. From the missing teeth to the pool of blood to the friend who found her who may or may not have a face injury themselves to him calling her that lady to the video of them the night out with him in the back, but they supposed to be celebrating his birthday, but he looked like he finna go pull a caper, except he got on a white hoodie. What the hell? What the helly? What the hellio? What the hellion say? What is going on? And now you pause in the middle of discussing what happened with you to talk about to talk about your boyfriend. While we're talking about how this woman got these injuries. And then I ain't go up to the lady house. So you're clearly, I told y'all, y'all got to watch more Investigation Discovery because y'all got to start asking the questions. You got to learn how to ask so many questions that you start reducing everything down to the least common denominator type questions. Because what he said was he did not go upstairs. So that tells me you know who did. Allegedly. Let's talk about it. There's a way to not know and know. Not saying that you did it. Not saying that you know what was done. But you know who was left in that house. Yeah, you do. Because you just said you didn't go to the lady house. You didn't say nobody went to the lady house. You said you didn't go to the lady house. But let's continue.
Number all the time, and it's typically when people have an emergency veneer situation. I did not think anything of it. People ask me for her number all the time, And then the next thing I know, folks is sending me this thing on the internet where the lady said she almost died and she was laying in a pool of blood. And I know some of y'all are going to be committed to thinking I'm lying, and y'all going to be committed to thinking I'm biased, and y'all are going to be committed to thinking I'm covering up something. And I promise you, I swear to God, on my mother, I don't know what happened. I honestly don't. I don't know what happened. And that's the God honest truth.
Okay, press pause. Now, I need my investigation discovery watchers. Now, for this segment, I need my investigation discovery watchers who like watching the stories with the interrogations. Because what do they tell you when it comes to interrogations? When they have a person in interrogation and they're asking them questions or they're discussing what they're doing and they start to fidget or they start to scratch, what they call it is a nervous condition that happens when a person is exhibiting guilt or they are unsure. Why are you scratching on that part? Look at the look down and look away. Look how big his eyes get when he talks. I'm not saying you did. I'm not saying you know what was done. Again, what I am saying is you said you didn't go up there. You never specified nobody went up there. But let's continue.
Now I know for some of y'all that's not going to be good enough, but you're going to have to make it enough. I promise you, on Isaac's life, I don't know what happened. The lady ain't told me nothing.
The lady
just
again.
said she needed Dr. Heavenly phone number. So that's that on that. I hope we can put.
And you ain't even going, as an individual that's concerned with no empathy, gonna ask, well, what's going on? Why you need Dr. Heavenly phone number? Is everything good? Like, not one time. You're going to ask that to people who ain't even your best friend. If they call you about something that's, if you have a heart, because some of y'all mother frickers don't have no heart. Some of y'all are just mean, hateful, angry creatures for no reason at all. Like y'all really need a hug. Like y'all ain't really had a hug. You ain't really had nobody to show you true unconditional love. You just angry and hateful. Some of y'all are just like that. So I don't expect y'all to have a response. But for people who have an ounce of empathy at all, for those individuals, there's no way for somebody to call you and say, do you have the number for this specialist that specializes in fixing teeth and broken teeth? And you not ask, is everything good? Everything straight? You good? You cool? Even if you don't go into details, something should bring concern. But why are you now trying to isolate yourself from her after she's been hurt? Now she's been deduced to the lady. But y'all was just out kicking it, doing videos. But now she's the lady after she's injured. I don't know. Something in the milk don't seem clean. Not saying it's dirty. I'm just saying it doesn't seem clean.
Put that to bed. I know what y'all know. I can give y'all a little more details. The lady did say, Q, I'm missing 4 teeth. And then I wrote back, I'm confused.
And when did she say that? When did she say it? Because you said you didn't know what happened to the lady. So now which one is it? I need y'all to put on y'all Inspector Gadget goggles right now. Put on go gadget ears is what I need y'all to do right now. Because it's gotta be either or. Choose your struggle now. It's gotta be one or the other. Either you don't know what happened to the lady, or the lady told you that she was missing some teeth. Which one is it? Can't be both. Can't be. Did you catch yourself? in this moment? Was it a Freudian slip? Let's just say in the moment, because I have on air anxiety. I do. I don't know about funky, but I have on air anxiety. Anytime I have to get ready to hit that live button, baby, I go through a whole thing. It is a whole thing that y'all ain't even privy to before I start this mic and say, "What's going on, Champagne Gang? Welcome to the Champagne City." Baby, it's a whole thing behind the scenes. For real. Maybe it's a Freudian slip. Let's just play the devil's advocate and say he didn't mean he don't know what happened to the lady, because he knew that she was missing some teeth, but he didn't know how it happened. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, in trying to see the good in everything, that's really what he meant. Funky, come out and say that's what you meant.
Confused. So you just woke up and 4 of your teeth was missing and the lady didn't respond.
Now, here's the problem again. So if I tell you as a friend, as somebody who we're not even friends, because some of y'all have co-workers and associates where y'all not really friends, where you let them know the deepest, darkest secrets that you have. Like, you don't let them into your inner sanctum, but you do let them into the outer sanctum. You know, maybe a phone call here. Yeah, that might be the person you go to the movies with, or, go kick it out to eat with, but that ain't the person you tell that ain't the one you pillow talk with. Even somebody that you're just cordial with, you gonna say, what, girl, what happened? No level of concern. What you sent back was, so you just woke up and 4 of your teeth was missing? Bitch, what? Because that's my response. That's my response. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, what was I with you? You tell me. But let's continue. That's just me.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on with the lady mouth.
The lady.
That's all I know. If that ain't good enough for you, bitch, make it enough. Okay.
So y'all, let me know what y'all think, cause this stressing me out. I am getting ready to drop this link so y'all can come up here and we can talk about this, cause child, baby, listen, this a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot and not enough at the same time. Cause we know everything and nothing at all. Nothing at all. So I dropped the link for y'all if you want to come up and let us know. And I see we have someone new in the chat. Welcome, Deontay Alexander. Welcome to the Champagne City. Father Locke, Nisi, welcome in. If you, my friend, why you didn't walk her in the house and that itch was strong. That's all I'm saying. It's so much in this story that's just wrong. We're talking a matter of hours. This girl went from smiling to barely having mobility. For real? How does that even happen? Again, y'all. Hold on. I got somebody. Hold on. Welcome in, Miss Nisi.
Can you hear me, Champagne?
I can. Make sure your
I'm
TV
I'm
is
coming
down.
up, but I ain't even around no TV.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. You faded out. We gonna keep going now, while we're waiting on her to come back in. Sometimes restream is so difficult with panels. Like, okay, so if I got anybody watching me while I'm waiting to see if anybody else is gonna come up to the panel while we continue to talk about this crazy situation. Um, hold on, I just heard somebody else. One moment. Welcome in, Progressive.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you for inviting me up. I totally agree with you. Like this whole situation is weird. It's weird on so many different levels. It's weird for Tamar for not, like you said, paying attention to her surroundings, and then it's weird too because of like you so engulfed in trying to hang and be with someone that you ain't noticing this individual ain't really feeling you on that walk in. He literally was trying to walk like a full 3 steps behind her, but you're supposed to be with me. All the signs was there, but she missed it, and clearly her friend missed it, being lost in the moment. And then it makes no sense, only for them to end up in the situation.
Uh-oh, he got dropped. Um, exactly. Come on back up, Progressive. This is what I was saying, and I agree with him. I'm remember that. Somebody remind me where we are, because I wanted to tell you guys, if anybody is watching me and you are a YouTuber, you have your own channel, and you're thinking about like Restream or StreamYard. So one of the things that I noticed is like Restream's whole interface is, to me, 100 times better. Like with what you can do on stream, especially with the free plan. Like I'm on the free plan now, and as you see, I'm able to do this background like you see it right now. So it gives you more creativity with it. So I really love Restream, but it's really sensitive when I do panels, because a lot of times my panel members just get kicked out like that. They drop for no reason at all. But um Easy Press, he was mad. The sign said Tamar. I I believe you. This was all wrong. It like everything about what happened was absolutely wrong. Hold on, let me see if I can get y'all back in. Okay, let me try this. Let
Now
me
can you hear
close
me now,
that.
Fafang?
Yes, ma'am, I hear you.
All right,
Can
well,
you hear
I want to
me?
first off and say, yeah, I can hear you. I want to first off and say, everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't your friend. Okay? Because first off, when you dropped her off, you should have took her in. If that's your homegirl, if you been hanging with her, y'all been on videos, y'all done did shows together. Why you didn't walk her in?
That's my question, Nisi. And who was this
Why you didn't
friend
walk
that
her in
found
if
her?
she
That's what I'm
drunk?
stuck on. Who was the friend that found her? Who found you in the pool of blood? Because again, as I said, for all of my champagne gang who are into investigation discovery, whenever the police show up to a scene of an unaliving, the first person they look at as a person of interest is the individual that found the body. So her friend that found her, number one, how did you find her? How did you find her? Were you in the house already? Did you go out with her the night before and you went in the other room and went to sleep? Were you already in the house? Is that how you found her? Do you have a key to her house? Were you able to get in and you just came in and found her like this? And were you one of the friends that was with her the night before? See, I need them questions asked before we even get to Funky Dineva. I need the questions answered about this friend. How was she able to find you? That's my question in the matter. Yeah, I'm really not doing like a creative jump. Whenever I use and see, I ran out of time on StreamYard and I didn't want to have to rush it. So I did it over here in Restream because I still have some minutes over here. But it is horrible with panels.
Yeah, it kept kicking me out.
Yeah, it's probably because I don't have a page. I don't have a
All right,
page.
so let's go to forensics right quick before it try to cut me off again.
Okay.
Okay, you got 4 teeth missing, nose broke. Come on now, and your little home girl found you. Now I don't care how bad a person think they can fight. Don't sit here and play devil's advocate. So them punches and all of that she done bruising. Can you hear me? Because they keep on trying to take us in and out.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. What I'm saying is, who it took more. It seemed like it was more than one person who was involved in that. 4 teeth. Four. We talking about 4 teeth. I'm still on them teeth. 4 teeth.
How, explain to me how it happened. I hear a lot of people saying that potentially it could have been due to a seizure. Like, what if she had a seizure? Even if she would have had a seizure, she would have had to hit her mouth on an island or a table to lose 4 teeth from a fall.
I have taken care of patients that had seizures in group homes that I worked in and everything. They ain't lost no 4 teeth, Champagne.
I'm still stuck at the beginning and how she.
Turn your mic on, Progressive.
I'm still stuck at the beginning. When he came into that room when she was in there getting her hair done or whatever was going on, clearly something was funny, and it was funny enough for Tamar to laugh, for the person who was working on her to laugh, and then just for him to kind of chuckle and then walk off. All of that. When I'm talking to somebody that I have a close relationship with, especially if it's something that's funny, 9 times out of 10, I'm in close proximity because what's funny and going on with us ain't got nothing to do with nobody else because we have a connection like that. But he's like literally walking forward, walking away, looking off into the distance. All of the signs were there when they at the club. Then he barely want to walk with you. First of all, if you my people, you with me and I'm with you. But they just carrying on. I want you to be my friend. That man clearly didn't want to be your friend. He called you lady.
That lady.
And clearly you can see that if you back watching these videos with him and Tamar hanging, you do see. Now I'm just gonna go by what I see. I can't speak for everybody else. Funky didn't even be dressed, okay? When they go out and you be seeing him, James, and the other little dude, Tony, they all hang with Tamar. You see they be dressed up and everything. This dude got a hoodie on. Then not only that, it's the nonchalant attitude. Then the bitch on the end. Y'all know how I feel about that word. And he meant that bitch word. It was strong. I felt it through the dang on screen,
Right.
okay? So something in the milk ain't clean. I don't care what nobody say. If that's my homegirl, I'ma be hurt. I ain't got time to be on no video. I'm over there making sure she all right. I'm spending the night. I'm posted. I'm coming with a bag. Do you hear me?
Hey, girls treat
We gonna make sure you safe.
girls that they meet for the first time at a club better than that. Let me tell you something. My daughter have went to where did she go? Jamaica. Her and her friend took a trip. Her best friend, they took a trip to Jamaica. So when they got ready to come back from Jamaica, um there was something wrong with their plane the day that they were getting ready to fly back to America. The plane went out, their emergency door would not close, so they couldn't fly it out. They didn't have any other flights that were leaving back out. So my daughter, she a drama queen. My oldest daughter, she is a drama queen. So she breaking down. I'm like, girl, if you don't go enjoy your night in Jamaica, they gotta pay for you another room because this isn't your fault. It's theirs. So she ended up going to the bar. She gets drunk. So she calls me on the telephone. I don't know why when she gets really drunk, I become her drunk call. Like she gotta talk to me on the phone. I don't care if it's 2 o'clock in the morning. She gotta get me on the phone. And her first question to me is always, "Ma, are you okay? Girl, are you okay? Cause you sound like you out of it." So she calls me and I'm like, "Where are you at?" She like, "I'm at the bar." "With who?" "By myself." "Girl, you ain't safe." Well, if you don't get your ass, my daughter is 26 and I still talk to her like that. Some of y'all need to start back parenting and talking to that's a whole different show. But I said, if you don't get your ass back to that room, and I am not playing with you. So she got me on video, y'all. So she like, I'm just finna finish this drink. No, the hell you ain't. You finna leave that drink and take your ass back to that room. She like, okay, ma. So she go out the door. She get outside. A little kitten walks past her. Oh, the little bitty kitty. So now, y'all, she following the damn cat. So I'm like, girl, that damn cat could be a skinwalker. It could be part of the setup. Get your ass. So her phone ended up dying. I'm like, oh, Father in heaven. But her friend ended up calling me back. And them and some other girls they met at the airport that was there on vacation too. She said, Ma, I just want to let you know that your daughter is okay. We are all together. It is 9 of us, and we are not going to leave until we land in Atlanta. We will be by each other's side. And I was like, thank you so much. Gave me her number and everything to make sure we was okay. They had just met. The hell you mean that you can just meet somebody in another country that you don't even know? But you got enough concern to want to make sure that everybody that went to Jamaica, whether or not you went there together, everybody made it back to the United States of America safely. And you mean to tell me, as somebody who knew this lady was taking you out, as you referred to her as, for your birthday, and she ends up injured and you
The
don't care? Now she's that lady. Not even a lady. She's that lady, like that thing over there. Please.
It's the hatred for me. It's dripping. Like you ain't even trying to hide it. Come on, we grown up in here now. We be around people we didn't have friends. We didn't have friends we done fell out with. We done been around people who done had just mean spirited. Ain't nowhere in the world can nobody sit back and see what then really happened. Who wakes up and don't know what happened, but you beat up and got missing teeth? Because if I'm talking about, I'm gonna remember if that first teeth came up missing. That's traumatic. How you cannot remember what happened because somebody done put something in your drink, boo boo, or somebody that gave you something in your food. Okay. See, you can't trust nobody. You can't. And then haven't your mama always told you when y'all leave together, y'all come back together?
Right. And you shouldn't be hanging out with nobody that don't think that same way. You shouldn't. That's why I say everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't gonna be concerned whether or not you make it home.
And they say, look up to these celebrities, trust these celebrities. Oh, I'm telling you, you can learn something from these celebrities. Oh, for real? So we can learn that you can have somebody fucked up and have a fucked up attitude after something happened to you. Oh, so we're learning today. So we're just learning, huh?
Because even if we say she just fell, please help me understand how the hell she broke and bruised. That did she fall down some stairs?
It's the attitude for me. I cannot get over that. It's his demeanor, his aura, his whole being is just speak mean spirit. And you gonna try to tell us ahead of time because you already know what people gonna think. So by you telling us all them steps ahead of time, we still ain't supposed to, no notice that you don't give a fuck, okay? You really don't give a fuck.
at all. Not from these
So I
responses.
believe he got that nasty attitude because Tamar won't give him no more information, or he not getting what. So you not gonna make sure she okay, but you still like you still feel like you deserve to know what the fuck happened afterwards. If you don't get your ass out of here, that is demonic as hell. I don't give a fuck who get mad about what I said. That's demonic as hell.
Yeah, that's again, again, and it this even makes me think of like a lot of people really want to be celebrities, whether they say it or not. A lot of people want to be in a different echelon than where they are right now. And it makes you really stop to think, do you really want to ascend to the level where your life got to be lonely? Because like I said before, when you the party girl, when you the life of the party, when you the one that the party don't start till you show up, when you that individual and everybody is looking at you and all eyes are on you, baby, you got to keep your head on the swivel because you got to pay attention to who might be trying to sneak you. Hey, how the song say? You got to keep your grass cut so you can see the snake shit. Cause this right here to me was some
What?
real snake shit.
Cause I'm cool on that fake shit
Listen,
for real. Cause ain't no way in the world this girl should have went in that house without him taking her up there. The gentleman thing to do. The friendship thing to do. Why you didn't take her in the house? Why you didn't make sure you knew she was messed up?
or
And when you start wearing hoodies when y'all go out, when you start wearing hoodies.
who else went up to her apartment with her? Cause again, I say he only said he didn't go. He didn't say nobody else went. So even if you don't know what happened, that's why I keep saying I'm not saying Funky did it. I'm not saying he knows exactly what happened. But what I do know is he knows who went in that apartment or that condo, wherever she live at. He knows who entered her premises when he didn't. So you know something.
Your attitude show you know something if you ain't do nothing. Your attitude, it's your
And now
attitude.
she
It's the
that
bitch. It's that
late.
strong bitch.
Now she's that late.
The hell? People really do think that a lot of us sit back and just got stupid written on our forehead. It don't take a rocket scientist to see that he is in part of this shit and some in the milk ain't clean. And I'm talking about as far as knowing. I can't sit up here and say that that man was involved because I can't say that I wasn't
Right.
there. But if you gonna sit up here and get on the internet and tell a story, oh baby, honey, it don't look like you had no sympathy, empathy, or anything,
Nothing.
okay?
Nothing.
Because anybody that got 4 teeth missing and got beat up, the last thing you should be calling them is a bitch.
But this ought to make you step back and think about who do I have in my circle? Who am I surrounded by? Who am I allowing close to me? Who am I giving too much access to me? Who should I keep on the outer limits and who should I allow into my inner limits? Because too many of us are getting hurt because we're giving the wrong people access and we're giving the wrong people too much access.
I bet you sometime when there's patients that have a temporary concussion, a temporary you can't remember, sometimes it will come back. Sometimes now, and I bet you whenever she do have that flashback, oh we. Sometimes even if you just get them a glimpse of what happened to them, they can
Because
remember what happened to
I'm
them.
still not understanding how you lost 4 teeth and fractured your nose from a fall like that. I don't that.
That's I don't
And
get
okay,
this.
hold
She
on,
must have
not
failed from a story
not
or
she
something.
found me and I was bleeding. She found me in a pool. of blood. That means you were
Yeah,
bleeding
that's
for
beyond
a
believing.
minute.
For that point,
Mhm.
I want
Mhm.
My bad, I was adding progressive. Your mic isn't on.
I don't want to I don't want to skip over that point because it's such a valid point. Why are we so quick? Even myself, I'm guilty of it, to dismiss the signs when they're there. We've seen it before. Individuals,
Mhm.
you give money or
Mhm.
something good happens for you, and that
Dang it, he got dropped. Y'all keep getting dropped in the middle of y'all good stuff. I'm gonna have to have a conversation with Restream
Right.
because Restream is tripping. If I like, I wanted to hear what you had to say. Absolutely. Um,
He made a valid point though, Champagne. This ain't the first time this that happened because I was thinking the same thing. It's been signs, it's been red flags, and you probably wanted to ignore them because sometimes people be feeling like they need people around
yep.
them.
no, I was saying
You want to go ahead.
ignoring the warning signs. And again, I say I've been guilty of it. You see the individuals there, but in order for you to be able to say you got a crew, you're gonna hold on to people that ain't even beneficial for you. That makes absolutely no sense, but it happens every day, and it ends up happening like this, and it makes absolutely no sense.
Exactly. Where's the morality of it all? Where is the morality of it all?
We are in such a moralist culture and society. Like we live in in a society that barely has standards, no morals, no ethics. Like no, the simple fact that we're in a society with only fans tells us where the morals and the ethics are. And the individuals that are on there are younger and younger. We have young girls and young men who are choosing to turn to sex work as opposed to building another kind of empire because it's quick and fast money. So we don't care about ethics. And then you have
Well, like he said,
you have a group of people who only care about the content because they're content creators. I'll
mhm,
never be at a place
mhm,
where the content is more important than individuals. There's a lot of content that I
mhm.
could have covered on YouTube because it was drama and it would have brought views. But I refuse to make people's real life situation content in a way that's going to hurt them or be dismissive just to have content. He got online for content. He didn't get online to show concern or care for somebody he was just out with. He got online to show his
Mm-mm.
face. He made money because he knew people were going to come to his page to see what happened. He wasn't concerned about
Even
it.
if he gonna do it like that, you can at least show some type of compassion. Even if you gonna do it like that, you can show some type of compassion. Get in more views. Why would you have to do that, lady, like that? Because the same way she left with you should have been the same way she came back home.
Absolutely. You back in progressive.
And now, respectfully, look at just what we have seen happen with him throughout the last number of months and the decline of his career. 9 times out of 10, when a person is spiraling out in their own personal life, if not careful, if you allow them around, it's gonna bleed over into your life.
That's right. That's right. Misery loves
Loves
company.
company. Girl, he got dropped again. Restream is playing. But he getting that look, it's some good points that's coming out. Look, I want to know what y'all think. And even if you don't drop it in the chat, like those who are watching, I want to know, do y'all set parameters for what you use or what you identify as a friend. Do you set parameters? Do we know how to set parameters for who we call a friend or who we let in? Or have we gotten to a place where we're so tired of being alone that we're willing to just accept anybody as long as we're able to say we have somebody? I'd rather be alone at home with a dog, a cat, a bird, and a goldfish than to have to be worrying about whether somebody that I call my friend is gonna have mad day. And when they have mad day,
Amen.
everything I share with my friend gotta go on social media. Or everything that I share with my friend now has to become content. I'd rather be at home with animals. And anybody know me and know I love doggies. I love the big ones, love dogs. But I'd rather be at home with animals, watching Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, and Tubi before I have to worry about whether or not you have my best interest at heart. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I'm not trying to be funny, Champagne. You would expect for something like this, and I'm not trying to be funny or try to pick and choose. You would expect for something to happen out of this with a younger crowd sometime, or with with some people who just outrageously drunk, don't know how to act going out. This is amongst friends because we do know that Tamar considered this man as her friend through videos, through watching them on TV, all of that. We do see that they are friends. His whole demeanor then changed a lot. And by watching videos with them, he just shaded her so many times and she laughed and played it off. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So all I'm saying is whether he did it or not, he knows something and his attitude about it is foul
But you know
on
what?
all levels.
You said something really vital, Nisi, when you said this is something you would expect from the younger generation. And I absolutely agree with you. And that's one of the things that makes it even crazier because we're not talking about some, delusional, high strung kids that's just out for a good night and made a dumb mistake. No, these are adults. And you have a grown
Overly
woman,
grown.
Tamar, is she in her 40s yet?
Yeah, she is. And not only that, look at Funky Dineva. He got gray hair.
Exactly.
Come on
So,
now. Let's keep this 100. You are an overly grown man. I know that you have been taught manners. Why wouldn't you walk? I'm gonna still keep saying this. Why wouldn't you walk her in and make sure she's safe in there?
yeah,
And then if this your homegirl, this your friend, and you've been hanging with her because we do know this, why would you go on your I don't care what's going on with views or money or anything, because when it come to my friend, I'm just gonna say, you guys, let's let her get herself together and let her talk about it. Why do you feel it's the need for you to come on the internet and talk about it?
right.
It's not if you ain't got nothing to do with it, it's not your place to even be speaking on it because it happened to her and not
Yeah,
you. Let's talk about that.
yeah. Because my first thought would have been, but see, I'm different. I'm like so cut from a different cloth because even if you're not my friend, even if I don't know you that well, you can be my next door neighbor. And I find out that you've been hurt, I'm going to check on you. Like, what?
So his attitude shows that he been using that woman. In my opinion, he's been using that woman. He's been around, hanging around her for fame and to see who all hanging around and see what he can get out of the situation. That's how I see it. Because if you got a man and you so happy, why you so miserable about what that happened to your friend? If you so happy with all this stuff you got going on, and I'm doing good, this is some of his quotes. I'm doing good. So why are you so angry? Why?
It,
When something has happened to your
it's
friend.
showing me that he has like a really dark energy, like a dark spirit. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that you
Mm-hmm.
can discuss what happened to this lady. Like, it would be one thing if he said, "Man, I don't know how that lady tripped and fell down them stairs. I don't know how that happened." Like somebody got drunk. Look, I done got drunk once and walked into a glass door because I thought the door was open. So it would be different if he was explaining something like that. Like just talking about how she ran into the door and knocked herself out. And look, I don't know how that lady did that. She's talking about missing 4 teeth being found again, I say, in a pool of blood with a fractured nose. I don't know how you do that from a fall. I don't know how you lose 4 teeth from going from standing up to falling down. I
Mm.
don't know.
She ain't far from
Like
no
I said, the
balcony, no
only thing
story.
I can think of is they gave her something and she decided to go home, and maybe she got a banister in her house and she thought she was gonna get up on that banister in some heels and do that Nicki Minaj challenge. That's the only way I can see her falling and losing 4 teeth, fracturing her nose, barely having mobility, and being bruised up, body in pain, and still recovering several days later. That makes no sense to me.
It doesn't. And if it happened that way, why he got all that attitude?
Exactly.
Why is she that lady? Why is she bitch at the end of his little hookup?
After she was
Okay.
injured, now she's that lady. Like you're disconnecting yourself from the whole not even you're disconnecting yourself from the whole incident. You are disconnecting or should I say disassociating yourself from
Period.
her
Period.
because you literally said, "I don't know what happened to that lady." Then you turned around and said, "Well, the lady did tell me she was missing missing 4 teeth." So
Missing
you
4
telling
teeth.
me,
Like they was on a milk carton and broadcast. Hey, we looking for these
so
teeth.
you telling me that when you talked to her, her words to you was, "Funky, I'm missing 4 teeth." Was they pop out?
The way he said it made it seem like he the one had the pliers and took them out. They only
They only
missing.
missing. Like, the lady said she was missing 4 teeth. Missing 4 teeth. Her teeth was knocked
Mm.
out of her mouth. She was in a pool of
They not.
blood
Mm.
because her teeth were knocked out of her mouth. Her teeth could have went down her throat. And was she found face down? Was she found, I keep telling y'all my inner investigation discovery kicks in. Was she found face down?
Mm.
Was her face to the side? Like, because how long was it before the friend found her? I have so many questions.
Mm.
So many. How long? Because if she was face down in a pool of blood, that means you're potentially inhaling blood. Like, what?
And that's the reason why Tamar should be the one that should come out and talk about it when she want to. Yeah, you gonna see the little headlines that it happened to her, but at the end of the day, she should be the one speaking on what happened to her if she feel like in her being that she wants to do it.
When she figure out what it is, hopefully she do. Cause then you gotta
And
ask
that's why he shouldn't have spoke up on it.
if something was put in her drink. Because what was she drinking? Like I told y'all, she had to be drinking Hypnotic mixed with cut water mixed with capriccio. That's the only way. That's the only way. Maybe Incredible Hulk shots. That's the only way to get that level of messed up. Or yeah, I don't know if she was smoking something. I'm talking about the trees. I don't know if she was
Mhm.
ingesting anything, but I'm trying to make it make sense, and 2 plus 2 don't equal 4. It don't. It don't. It was
Let's say
tried.
she did. Let's say we're gonna play devil's advocate and say that let's say she might have had her. Ain't she with her friend? Ain't he supposed to be watching
That's what
her?
I'm saying.
Ain't that's still your friend? So it shouldn't have mattered what she had going on. She still should have been taken care of amongst the people who were around her.
And the
Okay.
dude that she was hugged up with in the video, the one that was dressed all fly and debonair. Oh, did they leave at the same time? Did they come together? Did he go back to the house? Because again, I say, Funky didn't say that nobody else went in the house. He just said he didn't go in the house. So the
Didn't
dude
go in the house.
that was the headliner with Tamar for her birthday party, because clearly it was her party, not for Funky. Um, did he go back with
Hmm.
her? That like who was in her house? Do she even know? How far back does Tamar remember? I wonder if she's gonna come out and say, or better yet, here's a big question. Because my questions for Tamar is, was there a police report? Were the police called? Because if there was no police call and there was no police report, now I got some questions for Tamar. I got some real questions for her, baby, because why wouldn't
So
you call the
where is
police?
security? And where is security? She don't got no security
That
guards.
too.
Ain't nobody securing nothing. Even if she is hanging with Funky Dineva, why? Where's her security at? So that means she entrusted him to go out with him like that, even without security. If that's the case, you
Right,
hear me? Where is her security at?
right. That's a good one too,
Somebody
Niecy.
knows
That's a
something.
good one
You
too.
mean to tell me they ain't got no cameras? All that money that they got going on, if they can go out and pot it like they do, where is the camera footage? Where is the neighbors and them camera footage? Cause something in the milk ain't clean. Ain't nowhere in the world where she stay at it ain't no security cameras.
Niecy, I don't know. This is weird.
I'm
This is weird.
saying, like you said, so many questions. My head hurting.
Make your
This is
head
just
hurt.
terrible.
But what it should do again is make people start checking their friend groups. Check. You better start side
Yeah.
eyeing people to see how they moving. See how they moving.
And keep your drink around you. Don't be leaving your drink sitting around nowhere or aired out where somebody can sneak you while you sitting there talking. If you can't control your surroundings with your drink, you don't need to be
Yeah,
drinking.
at all. People, hold on one
Because
second.
once you set that drink on the table and you walk away, that's it. Ain't you should never be going back to that.
Welcome in,
You
James.
better go get you another one.
James said people be broke and can't afford security. Just because you famous don't mean you rich. That's absolutely true too. That is true too.
Okay, that could be true
That's true too,
too.
James.
That could
Look,
be
we
true
learning
too.
that more and more that these celebrities that we think got the bag, baby, they got a coin purse. They really don't have bags for real, but you absolutely right. You absolutely right. But still, you with your friends. That's the big thing for me. And that's why I'm gonna keep letting y'all know everybody ain't your friend. Y'all better start checking y'all friendometer gauges. Cause some of y'all friends that y'all call friends is really enemies. Some of them is really hateful
Mhm.
and really preying on your downfall, and they just want to be there to watch you fall. That's what they there for.
They smiling in your face all the time.
Want
They want to take
the
your place.
backstabbers.
The backstabbers.
That's what the
Backstabbers.
song said. I had to get some water.
It just don't take
But
no rocket
no,
scientist.
y'all gotta check y'all friends. Y'all gotta start asking questions. Y'all better start watching how they move. This is not a day and age where y'all can just go out and get white girl wasted. Excuse me, y'all. Hold on.
This is amazing. This is just
This ain't the
amazing
time.
how people play on people.
Y'all can get white boy
It's just
wasted
amazing.
and white girl wasted. Y'all can't do that. Y'all better watch y'all surroundings, watch how people moving, watch how people looking. You gotta pay attention to everything. Look, one day I decided that I went by my godmom's house. Mind you, I'm grown. So me and my god brother decided to have a drink off. So I made sure, because I knew I was going to be towed up. I knew. I made sure I had a designated driver to drive me back home and somebody to make sure I got in the house because I knew I was going to be drunk. So we had got this giant bottle of vanilla Ciroc. We was going shot for shot, like 15 shots in. I was like, bruh, I can only do about 2 more. He was like, I'm gonna make you one of my double shots in. I promise you it was a quadruple shot because that shot took me from feeling good, girl, straight to the pits of hell. I can't even make it up. Like I went from there to immediately drunk. Ended up in the snow. They had pictures and everything. But the fact of the matter was I was around people I could trust to
That's right.
know,
That's right.
okay, I know I'm finna get drunk. I need to make sure I got somebody that's not gonna be drunk, that's gonna make sure I'm okay. Make sure I get home safely and make sure I'm good. I wouldn't have never did that with people that I don't trust and people that I don't know. We be too careless with
Mhm.
people we don't know. We be way too over friendly. There's nothing wrong with being cordial. But when you're talking about putting something as priceless and precious as your life into somebody else's hands, you better make sure it's somebody you can trust with it. You better make
Yeah,
sure
we
it's
gotta start
somebody that's
making
going to
better
tap toe with
decisions.
Satan himself if they try to come for you. Because if you ain't rolling with me like that, we can't roll together. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do fickle in my camp. I can't. I'm tired of that fake shit. I keep my grass cut to see
Yeah.
that snake shit.
And that's why you gotta cut ties. If a motherfucker ain't on what you want, cut
Cut ties.
ties. Shout out to Anthony Q. If ain't nobody on what you own, cut ties.
And
Because if a person shows you who they are, you must
believe them.
believe them.
Believe them. And you ain't even got to give an explanation for cutting ties. You just move different.
You so dope.
You move different.
That's right.
Because anybody and anything
Mhm.
that's attached to you should be trying to go in this. Look, I have a saying, and I say this: your friend ain't always the one that's flying with you. Sometimes your friend is the one when they can't fly with you, they somewhere on the ground watching for snipers. Those are your friends. I might not be able to ascend to the level that you on right now, but I'm gonna make sure you good while you up there. Those are friends. Your friends ain't the
Mhm.
ones that's breaking your heart. Your friends is the ones that's helping you gather the broken pieces. Those are your friends.
They definitely ain't gonna get on the internet and call you that lady.
Call you that lady. They definitely not gonna get mad at you and on Mad Day. Now all your business is broadcast for the world to see. I don't even know when y'all started that ignorant shit.
Just hateful. And see, the hell you try to create for others will be the hell that you rot in. Seriously, people got to understand that. What makes you think that whatever you do to people, it ain't going to come back on you tenfold? Karma is a bad one. You don't even want to sit down and have dinner with her. Okay? This earth rotates in 365 degrees. What goes around comes around. Anything that you reap, you will sow.
You gonna sow it. They don't get that. It's gotta come back around. You y'all better check y'all friends. That's really all I can say is y'all better check y'all friends because it's too many people. I see too many stories. I keep saying before I can cover another story, here come another story. How many stories that gotta come out with tragic things happening to friends with friends, by friends? My niece's dad was unalived by his best friend. Childhood friend.
Mhm.
Friend that he knew since grade school took his life when his children were what, 6 and 8 years old. They 24 and 22 now, 21 and 23 now. My
Just
bad. All this
killing
time
for no
they been
reason.
without their daddy. Why? Because of his friend Shanquella.
Jealousy
Go
and
out of the
envy.
country, pay for her quote unquote friends
Mhm.
to have a good time with her on her dime. She take them to have a good time. They all came back. She didn't.
But she didn't.
So the last
Mhm.
thing that baby remembers is the faces of her quote unquote friends.
Kanika Jenkins,
Tanika,
she went to a hotel party with her friends and ended up in a deep freezer.
Mahogany Jackson. Wasn't that the young girl that was kidnapped for her friend by her friends,
Beat
beat
up,
up,
stomped,
shot,
killed, shot.
dumped in the trunk, drug outside butt naked, beat up, left on the side of the road by her friends? Y'all better
Mhm.
be careful
Mhm.
who y'all calling friends. This is no longer a day and age where you can jump in a car with anybody, where you can go out to the club with anybody, where you can go on cruises. What was the one, and I meant to look up the story so I can cover it, and I got to go back and find it, where those girls went on that cruise and they came off the cruise and claimed they didn't know what happened to their friend who was on the cruise with them.
Mhm. Mhm.
Friend,
Mhm. Hmm. How many of us have
friend.
though? The ones we supposed to depend
Hey,
on.
everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. We use that word so loosely. So loosely.
Yes.
Girl, this my friend. What have they done to be worthy of that title? What have you done to be worthy of that title in somebody else's life? We use
Mhm.
that word so callously. We use
Mhm.
it just as callously as we use the word love. I love you. No, you don't. Love is action. And if this is how you show love, Lord, I hate to see how you show somebody you hate them.
Exactly.
No, we throw that word around. This my friend. Are they? If you out of money, would they split their last with you? If they got a slice of bread, would they break it in half to give it to you? See, I had a friend when we used to go out. My friend, she didn't have a lot of money. I didn't either, but I was working. She had a baby at the time. I didn't. So when we wanted to go out, I didn't shit on her because she didn't have. You know what I did? I took my friend to my closet and told her to pick out an outfit
Mhm.
that she wanted. I arched my friend's
Mhm.
eyebrows. I did my friend's makeup. I did my friend's hair because you gonna look just as good as I do when I leave out this house because you my friend. Bruh, y'all don't,
Mhm.
some of y'all don't know what
Mhm.
it mean to be a friend. Y'all don't know for real.
Nah, friends nowadays do your hair and your makeup and go back and tell motherfuckers they did it, said how you was looking before the makeup was done. Or that's not no
That ain't no
friend.
friend.
They do your stuff and talk about you. That's what they do nowadays. Oh, you could come and live with us, you and your kids. And before you and your kids be done left out of there and talked about you, then ran you through the mud.
Girl, friend. Friend, when I went to Vegas for my 45th birthday and I decided I was gonna go to Vegas because I said, you know what, I want to do a thing. I had never really celebrated my birthday, so I said I'm gonna go to Vegas. Went to Vegas. Me and some of my girlfriends went. I told y'all the stories. How I lost a whole friend in Vegas. We
Yeah.
don't even talk no more. That's why you
Mhm.
got to be careful who you travel with. Almost ended up homeless in Vegas because of a quote unquote friend. But we decided to go to Vegas to have a good time. So the day of my birthday, so we were gonna do blackout. So their outfits were black, and my outfit was like this cheetah print one piece. So when we get ready to go out, we had some edibles. So my friend that was gonna drive us to live in Vegas, she was high. That's a whole different story. She done got high off edibles, so she folded up in the steering wheel. We can't even wake her up to tell her, baby, just go home. So we decided to go to a club that's by the hotel that we were staying in. When we get to the club, we meet a promoter. The promoter get us into the club for free, but now we gotta go up 20 flights of stairs to get to this damn club. The flights of stairs now was probably about 15, like between 12 to 15 flights. But each flight was about 20, 25 stairs because the elevator is now out. Child, we running up the stairs. By the time we got to the top of the stairs, everybody up there just folded over a banister against the wall, just sweating. My one friend, because she had just had knee surgery, she wasn't able to go up the stairs. So we had told her, baby, you go back down. See if you can find another way back up. We're going to go up and see if we can find another way to get you up. So we go up there. It's beautiful. Megan Thee Stallion's supposed to be performing. So we excited. We talking to the people, all the elevators out. So the only way to get up and down was those flight of stairs. I told my other girls, I said, let me tell y'all something. I said, if my friend can't come up here, my sister can't come up here, we not staying up here. We going back down. If we all can't
That's
enjoy it,
right.
ain't none of us enjoying it. We all went back down the stairs, went back to the room, got undressed, and had a ball drinking and acting a fool in the room. But that's the kind of friend I am. What do you mean this girl woke up with no teeth and your friends don't know what happened and neither do you? Y'all don't know who friends
Mm.
are for real.
Who we, baby? That's why I stay at home. Cause let me have to woke up and my 4 teeth was missing. Hmm. Hmm.
Honey, that conversation would have went a whole lot different.
Hmm.
Baby, we still be on the
What?
phone cussing. No, all this champagne stuff would have turned into the Hennessy zone real quick. Real quick. Because it would have been a whole lot of, hold the hell on. The hell you mean you don't know what happened to me? Somebody better tell me something. I'm missing 4 teeth, and unless all of y'all want to be missing teeth as well, somebody better tell me what the hell happened to me and why don't I remember? Why do I feel like I done had a whole dump truck dumped on me? I've been rolled over by a tank in the military. And I'm missing 4 teeth and woke up in a pool of blood. Somebody better tell me something and better tell me something quick. Otherwise, it's about to get real crucial. As the movie said, there will be some consequences and repercussions. Somebody better say
Girl,
something quick.
Bernie Mac said it's gonna be some smoke
For
in the
he said it's
city.
gonna be
Maybe
some
rest in
furniture
peace.
moving.
What? I'm slapping a motherfucker on sight.
No,
Okay?
no.
Bernie wasn't playing
Matter of
with
fact,
it.
house meeting. Y'all got 15 minutes to get here. Matter of fact, make it 5. Y'all, you don't wait. Look, yeah, the meeting. Everybody that I went out with meeting, cause somebody need to tell me what happened to me last night. Ain't nobody leaving this room till I find out what happened to me last night. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
I wonder how much more gotta happen for people to realize that drama is not gonna get it. After all this stuff people done went through off looking at people go through drama, seeing fights on social media every chance they get, ooh and on, and they get like 50 million views. Just how come it doesn't take you to understand that this world is getting more and more demonic the more drama it is? It's being fed, and it keep growing bigger and bigger. It's all every time something happens, it's worse and worse and
Cause
worse.
drama sells. Not only does drama sell, drama makes you famous. So why would they care about how it looks if it's giving me the bag? See, we in a day and age where it's all about the bag. People don't care about those ethics and standards and morals that see Gen X, we part of the problem with this. We part of the problem because our parents and stuff was so strict on us. A lot of us loosened the reins on our kids. We really did. We part of the problem with this toxicity. And toxicity right now sells. Look at the baddies. All you got to do is fight good enough, slap somebody in an audition. I don't even understand how that works because you can't just walk up to me and punch me in my face because you don't like the way I look. You that's I'm finna go back to jail. What do you mean? You finna snatch out my weave that I paid for? N- No, not for no dollar amount. What do you mean? You're not Claretta Shields. You ain't hurt. This ain't boxing. Y'all not getting
It's
paid
her
to
name
box.
Clarissa.
Y'all getting paid. What I call that baby?
Claretta. Sorry, Clarissa.
Clarissa. Y'all,
A1O in the building. Split
it was
town.
a Freudian slip, baby. Y'all ain't no Clarissa Shields. Y'all not getting paid to box. Y'all getting paid to entertain. Y'all giving these people free fights because y'all not getting paid to fight. You're getting paid to be entertaining. If I was on that show, every time I had to raise my fist to fight, baby, you know you gotta double it. Whatever you paying me, double it. Because that's what you're gonna have to do in order for me to fight on this show. You gotta double it. You gotta double it.
I gotta say, when we were growing up, bitch was a fighting word. Baddest bitch hit my hand, and we
We fighting.
fighting. So I'm not understanding how people can use that word so loosely to the point where now people are using it to where now that wasn't no bitch friendly that he said. That was a bitch like bitch. I don't give a fuck what happened to you. So that's why I'm saying it's about morality. It's about having morals about yourself. And it has to start when you step up out that door. Going to party. You got to pay attention to your surroundings. Because everybody's being drunk, ain't nothing going to get resolved, and ain't nobody going to know nothing. Because look at this situation right here. And the ones that wasn't drinking ain't
Ain't
saying
saying
nothing.
nothing. That's what we ought to be concerned about too. The individuals that's not saying nothing. They just sitting silent, just watching it unfold. That's them the ones you gotta watch too. Them ones that sit back and say, well, they ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't your friend either. Cause what you mean it ain't got nothing to do with you? So you mean to tell me that you will know I'm getting ready to crash into a brick wall and you wouldn't tell me, baby, don't go that way. That's dangerous. Now, if you go that way, don't say I didn't warn you that there's danger ahead. See, you got to be
Mhm.
careful of them kind
Mhm.
too. The ones who just sit back and say, I ain't say nothing because it ain't had nothing to do with me. Girl, that's them. That that's that's code for I don't give a fuck about what happened to you. That's what that's code for.
I have made a lot of mistakes when I knew that some of my so-called friends weren't for the right thing, but I felt like I could change them and they'll change. And every time it got worse and worse to where I ended up being the one hurt and I shouldn't even, and it had nothing to do with me. But I was the one, that's just like a bully don't have no name or no faces. And that's just how it felt. I was the one that had caught the impact. So from being hurt because I thought this friend was going to change. If they show you that this is who they are, you got a decision right then and there whether you're going to fuck with them or not or let them go. So if you continue to keep messing with them, expect what they've been showing you the whole time. You're not going to be able to change that.
That's true. That's why you got to be careful how you pick them. Be careful how you let them in. When you know you don't know that you know that you know that this really your friend, this is your ace in the hole, and they your rider. They got you through thick and thin. You better be careful how you move with them. Be real careful how you move with them.
For
Pay
sure.
attention to
For sure.
everything. I remember another story. And I covered it on Champagne Secrets Reacts. And again, y'all, please make sure y'all go over to Champagne Secrets Reacts and subscribe also to Champagne Secrets Mystique. I'm gonna put it up here in a minute, but that's one of the things that I constantly think about when it comes to a lot of these stories. A lot of these stories. Because one of the stories that I covered over there, 4 young ladies went to um oh my God, where was it? I gotta pull it up. Cartagena. I think that's where they went. And they decided to go off the resort. They took a taxi and ended up fighting for their lives. And the one thing that I remember one of the girls saying, because the dude was trying to kidnap them. They was talking about they saw motorcycles, they had to run for their life. They was hanging out, they was all jumping on him. He had snatched their phones. Y'all got to go over there and check it out. But one of the things one of the friends said was, we came here together. I could not go back home and tell this girl's mom that we came home and she didn't. Because the man felt like because he couldn't get all 4 friends, he was going to try to at least take one. She said they was clawing that man's eye. She said she don't know how her one friend got her fingers in the man's booty. She said they was pulling his testicles, and it's not funny, but it's funny because baby, you fight. I'm like, you exactly right. She said, how do I go back and tell this girl mama that she didn't make it back, but we made it back? If your friends ain't talking like that, them ain't your friends. They don't care about you.
I wish Shanquella friends felt the same way.
Child, I wanted to whoop every one of them. I was so mad at that story. So mad at that story. I can't stand a bully. If there's one thing I cannot stand is a bully. At all. At all. All that you want to try to play tough because you feel like you standing in front of somebody that doesn't equal up to you. It doesn't show your strength to bully somebody who's weaker than you, who's not as strong as you, or who can't fight. That don't show your strength or how bad that are. It shows you a sucker for real. It really shows how soft you are to bully people and to have all of those people just stand around and watch this girl just get plummeled and do nothing but record. And there was men there too. Men supposed to be protectors. I don't know what's going on in this day and age. I don't know what's going on.
Look how young that they were too, the Cabo Six. Look how young they were compared to this stuff that happened to Tamar and Funka
Yeah,
Dineva. They ought to be ashamed of themselves.
we should be setting an example for the younger generation. However, hold on. Progressive said, I'm not a horror fan, but this came to mind. Be careful out here. Don't blink twice and end up with a nightmare on Elm Street after finding out what lies beneath friends' choices. Choose wisely, wisely. I'm just saying, because we definitely, it's a whole lot that lies beneath this. And whether or not Tamar ever come out and say, who knows? Who knows? Maybe this will remain a mystery if it's true or not. She didn't come out, I don't think, with any videos. I have to go back and look because I haven't checked since the other day. Showing her teeth missing, which I don't think Tamar would do. But then she did shave her hair bald. So maybe. I don't know. We may never know exactly what happened. Allegedly, if it happened. Because again, I asked, where's the police report? Police report gonna tell you what was reported, who they was with. Police are going to have conversations with the individual she was with the night before, if there was a police report done. If not, then I would have to ask why. Some people think this is just for her to come out with a new face. Some people think excuse me, some people think it didn't really happen. You know, this just celebritying. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about it. I don't know. This is a lot. This is crazy. Again, um, Tyler ended up all these celebrities just like flags dropping.
Thank you guys.
I don't know. This is too much. Way too much. But drop in the comments and let me know what you think about this whole Tamar situation. Let me know what you think about Funky Dineva's response. Just let me know what you think about the whole situation. Do you think this potentially could just be Tamar doing the Tamar? Do you really think this happened? I would really hope that somebody wouldn't be as delusional to make something up like this. I would hope that Tamar, I won't even say somebody, because we know the girl made up the whole baby running down the street. So we know what's possible. But let me know what you think about this story. What do you think happened? Who do you think should be questioned? If you was a detective and you were called to look at this case right here, what would be your questions? Drop in the comments and let me know. Thank you for joining me for another champagne conversation, for another talk. Yo, shh. We're going to do it again tomorrow. Let me know if there's any topics or viral things that's going on that you would like to discuss, that you would like to see covered. And we can definitely put it on the roster for the show. Nisi, before we go, do you have any final words?
Yes, I do. I did want to say, can I have a final word? Listen, if this is just for attention to be getting views and likes, we ain't got time for y'all to be wasting our time. And we got floods going on in different cities, people who need help, and a lot of stuff going on in this world. So I'm really hoping in my hearts of hearts they did not do this incident just to make views and money. That's going to be really sad.
Yeah, I feel you there. I really feel you there because that's a different conversation that needs to be had. If that's the case, because this world, I don't know. I told y'all I'm working on a segment for the channel and it's gonna be called "This Timeline is Chopped" because I don't know where, when. I think it was post 2020 when we shifted into this twisted dimension of murder and mayhem that we have slipped into. But we need to have some discussions about it because something ain't right. Something in the world is off, completely off. This matrix is fractured, is broken, is damaged, and it's acting like with these storms it's headed for a reset. So we're gonna run it again, talk your tomorrow. Don't know what the topic is gonna be, but join me tomorrow at 11 p.m. for Talk Your Shit. Confidants. Always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink till we meet again. Ta ta. Oh, wait, before we go, did y'all like the stream for me? Did y'all do that? Did y'all hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when we jump into whichever sector we jump into for another show? Did y'all do that for me? Hold on a second. Hold on. Before we do that, hold on. See, I was almost out of here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Y'all just hold y'all horses. Give me like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Did y'all go to Champagne Secrets Reacts and subscribe. It's on our homepage. It's located in the Champagne VIP lounge. Y'all, my medicine is kicking in. I can't talk no more. This is where we do all of our X Files exposed. You know, our TikTok story times. Right now, we got I dated a serial killer and I married a serial killer going on. But we also do our champagne shenanigans in the morning. We're gonna watch men go into labor with this pain simulator. So make sure you go over there and subscribe. That's our if you like story times, you know, TikTok style. Also, hold on a second. Make sure if you're one of the champagne gang who is really into all things mysterious, go over to Champagne Mystique. For all of our new members of the Champagne Gang, y'all welcome into the family, babies. We love you. Welcome in. We are family. Yeah, we are. But make sure you go over to Champagne Mystique and subscribe if you're into all things paranormal, all things mystical. I'm a one-woman show and I'm a producer. I'm not a content creator. I produced. And over here at the Champagne City, I produced a community of individuals who want to grow, glow, and go together. And because you're a part of the community, you get these wonderful productions that happen to be content for everybody else. So everything that you see in any of these channels, it's all created by me. The voiceovers, the videos, the transitions, all of it. One woman show. I don't have a team. So if you don't see me for a day or two, don't be like, oh my God, she's so inconsistent. Go over to one of the other channels and check them out because there might be something going on over there. And we also have the Hennessy Zone. That's my true crime channel that I'm really building out. So you can go over there and check that out. We have our Champagne Central. That's my all AI world. So everything over there, when I start building it out, is going to be all AI. Reality shows and everything. Go check that out. And then Inky Noir Champagne Mysteries. This is almost like my forgotten stepchild. But y'all go over there and subscribe to my forgotten stepchild because I got to get back over there and start creating. But I don't know if y'all understand how much time and effort has to go and energy has to go into creating these videos. But over here, this is our murder mystery dinner theater type channel. So everything over here is told like an old Poirot with the sound, or Alfred Hitchcock with the sound of rain and spooky music in the background and all that. So please make sure that you subscribe to the other channels. I would so greatly appreciate it. Okay, so now let me redo the outro for real so we can end for real. I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. Champagne Gang. Always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, baby, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink.